Good morning, third grade. It is Monday, April 27th, or this is your assignment for Monday, April 27th. Today we will be doing lesson 147, two-digit factors. So your paper looks like this. Really exciting. Two-digit multiplication, page 239. Mrs. Biggs will instruct you today, and then you will have page 240 for homework tomorrow. This will be due Wednesday. Okay. Share screen. All right, Mrs. Biggs. Andrew.
Okay, good morning, boys and girls. My favorite class is here, and we're here to do this two-digit factors, and this is about the only thing left in the book, the concept left in the book that you haven't learned yet. So we're going along really fast, and you're getting it, and I'm so proud of you. All right, let's put our first and last name on the paper, and Miss Savant is going to put hers. This is going to be due April, well, today's date is April 27th, and this will be due on the 29th of April, Wednesday. Okay, we're going to multiply two-digit factors. So 24 is two digits, 2 and a 4, and 12 is a 1 and a 2, so that's 24 and 12 are two-digit factors. Okay? All right, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to always start in the ones column.
Hold on just 1 second. Hi, baby. Why are you glad here? Sorry, I didn't. Thank you. Sweet little interruptions. Sorry about that. Forgot to lock the door.
No problem. Okay, so we have a factor and a factor that we're going to multiply. Then we'll go to the rest of the explanation after that. All right, so start in the ones column, multiply the top factor by the one digit of the bottom factor. So 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, let's see, I'm going to do it again. Start in the ones column, 2 times 4 is 8, and then 2 times 2 is 4. So we're multiplying really 24 times 2, which is 48. Okay? Now, we don't have any more ones. We're finished with the ones. We did the ones column, so we're going to put a 0 under the 8, and that's just to hold the place. Now we're going to multiply the top factor by the tens digit in the bottom factor. So 1 times 4 is 4. And we're going to put it in the in the tens place. So it's right under the 4. Does everybody see that? 1 times 4 is 4, and then 1 times 2 is 2. So we multiply the top factor by the tens digit in the bottom factor. All right, so everybody see what we did? We multiplied 24 by 10. Okay, now we add those two together. I'm going to draw up our addition sign and our equal sign, and we're going to add them together. 8 plus nothing is 8, 4 plus 4 is 8, and 2 and nothing is 2. So that is our answer. That's our final answer. The 48 and the 204 are called the partial products. All right, partial products, part of the product. Okay. All right, we're going to do it again just so you could. Well, you know what? Let's do the bottom. Let's start with the practice one, so you can see. All right, so we're going to start in the ones column. So 4 times 1 is 4. And now I'm going to do 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And I'm going to put the whole 12 down. Okay? So I multiplied 31 by 4 in the ones column. Now I don't have any more ones left. I'm done with the ones. So I'm going to put a 0 under the 4 to hold its place. And what I like to do is put an X in there because there's no more ones. Now we're going to the tens column, and we're going to multiply by the 10 in the bottom factor. So 1 times 1 is 1. So our answer goes in the tens column. And 1 times 3 is 3. So we multiplied 31 by 10. Or 1, okay? You see where I'm coming from? All right. All right, now we put our plus sign, and we're going to draw a line and add. 4 and nothing is 4. 2 and 1 is 3. and 3 and 1 is 4. And that's your answer, 431. 124 and 310 are partial products. All right, the product is, or the answer is 434. All right, let's try the next one. All right, we're going to start in the ones column. 2 times 1 is 2. And then 2 times 2 is 4. So I just multiplied 2 by 21. Okay? Now I don't have any more ones, so I'm going to put a 0 in the ones column and exit out. Okay, I'm done with the ones. Now I'm going into the tens column, the bottom digits. All right, and I'm going to multiply the 21 by 1. Okay, so 1 times 1 is 1 in the tens column, and 1 times 2 is 2. And then I'm going to add it together. All right, 2 and nothing is 2, 4 and 1 is 5, and 2 and nothing is 2.
Sorry, give me just 1 sec to get my paper and my image mate straight, because my paper's crooked. This is a straight paper, so my image mate, let me get it straight. Sorry, it's hard on me to write when the paper keeps moving. Okay, should be better now. Okay.
Okay, let's look at C. We're going to start in the ones column, and we're going to multiply 42 times 1. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 4 is 4. That's the ones column. We're finished. So we're going to put a 0 in the ones column under the 2 with an X. All right, now we're going to multiply it with the 10s. All right, we have a 1 in the 10s this time. 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 4 is 4. And then we're going to draw a line, our equal line, and add it together. 2 and nothing is 2, 4 and 2 is 6, and 4 and nothing is 4. All right, and 462 is your final product, your final answer in multiplication. 42 and 420 are partial products. Okay, let's look at D. Ones column, 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 times 1 is 1. So 1 times 13 is 13. Now we're going to start the 10. No more ones, circle and a 0 and an X in the middle, no more ones. And then 3 times 3 is 9, and the answer goes in the 10. And then 3 times 1 is 3. We're going to draw a line and we're going to add it. And 3 and nothing is 3. 9 and 1 is 10. Put your 0 down, carry your 1. And 3 and 1 is 4. So your final product is 403. All right, last one. All right, we're going to do letter E, 1E. We're going to start in the ones column. 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 7 is 7. So 1 times 72 is 72. All right, we're done with the ones. We're finished. So we're going to put a 0 and an X there. We're done with the ones column. Now we're going into the tens column. We have a 6. So we're going to multiply 6 times 2 is 12. Put down your 2 and carry your 1. Okay, now Mrs. Cervantes is carrying it up there. I usually count it down in the partial product, so they don't get it.
So do you put it right here?
Right there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So because it will start getting really busy up at the top
Yeah, it does. It does.
You carry your 1 down here.
In the partial product. Okay, now we're going to carry our 1. Now 6 times 7 is 42 plus 1. Just kind of go over that 1. It says 43. There you go. And then you're going to add. All right, 2 and nothing is 2. 7 and 2 is 9. And 3 and nothing is 3. And 4 and nothing is 4. So your answer is 4,392, your final product. All right, good job, guys. All right, let's jump down to the story problems. I'm going to read them to you, and we can underline and bracket, and then you're on your own. All right, Lacey read 4 1/3 chapters of a book in the school library and 6 1/3 chapters after school. All right, how many chapters did she read that day? So how many chapters did she read that day is going to be your question. Your answer is going to be chapters is your label. All right, that day. So she read 4 1/3 in the school library and then 6 1/3 afterwards. All right, and you're going to have to do something with those numbers, but I'm not going to tell you. Okay, let's move on to B. Russell walked 3 miles and Stephen walked 6 miles. Kent walked 1/3 as far as Stephen. How many miles did the 3 boys walk in all? So that's your question. How many miles did the 3 boys walk in all? In all is going to tell you to add, but before you add, you're going to have to find Kent's, how many miles Kent went. He went what? Walked 1/3 as far as Stephen. So you have to do something there. So your answer is going to be miles in all, and you're going to circle your answer when you're finished. All right. So Russell and right before your question is your information. All right, let's look at reducing. Reduce each factor to the lowest terms by writing the missing term. Now, lowest terms. Ms. Montes, would you underline lowest terms? Because some of us will reduce it, but it's not always in lowest terms. You have to have it in lowest terms from now on. All right. What number will divide into 2 and into 4 evenly? Or you can look at it this way. 4, what did I divide 4 by to get the 2? I divided by 2. So 2 on the top, 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my answer is 1/2. So I divided by 2. All right, let's look at the next one. 4/10. What will divide into 4 and into 10 evenly? All right, or you can say, what did I divide 10 by to get 5? And the answer is 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So they give you part of the answer. They give you the denominator, and they're looking for the numerator. All right, and that's how we do it. Let's just see. 3/9. What number will divide evenly into 3 and into 9? Okay, or you can say, what did I divide 9 by to get 3? See how important your multiplication tables are. All right, so the answer is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So your answer is 1/3. Okay, so 4/8. 4/8. What number will divide evenly into 4 and into 8? Okay, or you can say, what divided by 8 is going to give me 2? So the answer is 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So your answer is 1/2. Okay, the next one, number 4. It says reduce these fractions. Okay, I'm going to do the first one with you, and then I'm going to let you do the rest, okay? 3/6. What number will divide evenly into 3 and into 6? Okay, they don't give you an answer, part of the answer here. So you're going to have to remember what will divide into 3 and into 6 evenly.
And when you're reducing fractions, if possible, to get the lowest term, you want to think of the largest number that you know. Because when you get to one like this, there's going to be a couple things that can go into it. But you're looking for what's the largest number you know that can go into both.
And if you can't think of one, try the numerator. Always try the numerator if you can't think of one. All right, let's see. Well, let's try the numerator here. Will 3 divide into 3? Yes. Will 6 divide by 3? Yes. So let's try 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. So your answer is 1/2, and you're going to circle that. Okay, so you're going to do B, C, and D on your own. Be careful. All right. All right, Ms. Montes, let's turn it over. Averaging, okay. You're gonna average, you're gonna add up the ends. So do not put 921 under 354. Do not do it, just write them again. 354 plus 921 plus 657. And you're gonna add that up. So you're gonna add up the column 4 and 1 is 5, and 7 is 12. So you can put your 2 down, carry your 1. 5 and 1 is 6, and 2 is 8, and 5 is 13, and carry your 1. 3 and 1 is 4, and 9 is 13, plus 6 is 19. So your sum is 1,932, and circle it.
You want them to circle the sum?
Yeah. I want the sum and the average.
Okay. So
Okay, now we're gonna find the average of the 3 digits. So we're gonna divide 1,932 by 3 because you have 3 numbers that you added. All right, so 3 will go into 19 6 times. So 6 times 3 is 18. Draw your line and subtract. All right, 3 won't go into 1, but you have help, so bring down your other 3. Now you're going to say how many 3s are in 13? So there's 4 3s in 13. 4 times 3 is 12. Draw your line and subtract. 3 take away 1 is 2 is 1, and 3 won't go into 1, but you have help. Bring it down. 3 into 12 goes 4. 4 times 3 is 12, and it comes out evenly. Subtract is 0. So you're going to circle that. So your sum is 1,932, and your average is 644. Don't forget, you have to add the numbers, and then you divide by how many add-ins that you have. Okay? All right, we're going to go down to the next one, number 6. You're going to divide and check. Do it on scrap paper, and just put your answers on this paper. Because some of you write real big, and it's really hard to see the answers or find them. Number 7, you're going to follow the signs: multiplication, subtraction, addition. And number 8, what is the temperature? Remember, Fahrenheit you're counting by 2s, and Celsius you're counting by 1. And let's look at the first one. It's going to start at 60, and it's Fahrenheit. So that means you're going to count by 2s. 60, 62 is the next line. So what is in between 60 and 62? 61. So 61 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, you got that one, freebie. All right, the next you're going to do on your own. Okay, boys and girls, it was great seeing you today, and we'll get checked on Wednesday, the 27th, 29th, the 29th. Okay.
Hey, Mrs. Biggs, would you like to either take any problems out or add a secret message on this page?
Oh, yes, let's see.
Just to see what kids actually are watching the video. We can add a special message or take out some problems. What do you think?
Let's do the back. Let's do the back, and we'll take out number 6C.
6C. So if you're watching this video, you get a treat. You don't have to do C.
And let's do 7C.
And 7C. You do not have to do 7C.
Okay, I think that's a good idea, right?
Yeah, that's your reward for following instructions.
Okay, guys.
Videos.
We'll see you next time.
Okay, guys, just a reminder, after watching your instructional video, which you guys all are, help class will be available tomorrow, Tuesday, April 28th at 12:30 for 3rd grade. Please make sure if you come, you've watched the video and you know what questions you have. Zoom check will be Wednesday at 12:30. So help class tomorrow, Zoom on Wednesday. All right, guys. Bye-bye.